give it back to you, Conor, but that way, you know, if you need to check anything again, it'll be there forever for you, you know?
Good, good.
And you can come back to me within a month, you know, anytime within a month if you need to check anything.
Sure. So I'm logged in here and I've got you on here. So if you're looking to the left, it's because I've got two computers.
Yeah, I might get you to share your screen, because I mean I can show you mine if I have to. So I'll make you the host.
So you prefer it that way, do you? Okay.
Well, it could work well, because if you want to show me stuff, you're using your own computer there as opposed to move left, move right, you know. So
sure, I will catch up with you in 2 seconds.
Work, yeah. Just a few extra things I want to ask you about as well. So
yeah, sign in. It's going to ask me for multi-faction. Right, and screen share. Share. So if I do that, minimize everything, I'll go back here to here. Right. So do you want to ask the questions first, or do you want me to just ask my questions? Or
yeah, well, we'll go with you asking your questions, because it'll be what's important to you, and then I'll come in. Yeah.
Well, what I try to answer in my questions, and I'm hoping will kind of flow a little bit, were about, I suppose part of it is to do with what I do, and I suppose this may be one of your questions, right? So I provide IT consultancy, yeah?
Yeah.
And so, and there's some stuff that I do, and it's to do with VAT, right? But then this may get tied up with the bank setup, and the bank then gets set up with VAT, and then VAT, and then banks chart of accounts and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of feels like there's lots of things wrapped up together, yeah? So the one question I've got is, to start with, is I've got a piece of software that I use, and it's from a company called Parallels, and here, yeah. And it's from a supplier in Germany, and they've provided me with an invoice, and it's one of those kind of VAT not deducted invoices, yeah. Does that, and I just didn't know how to manage that in terms of, and I know in your video, and I know in there is somewhere where I can use a certain VAT code for this.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure I did it right, because I've got 4 or 5 VAT examples, and if I use this as my benchmark for how to do it, do you want to see the invoice, or is that just too much information for now?
No, you can show me the invoice, and I'll see what you do with it.
Not that one. No. Where did I put it? Actually, right, so here's the,
okay.
So here's the invoice, right? And this is the key bit here, as you said in your video, I suppose, is, where did I put that?
Yeah, the reverse charge.
Yeah, that's it, right? The reverse charge, right? And you kind of touched on that in your video and all that kind of stuff. So how do I do that? Because this is in euros from Germany. Yeah. It's there. There's no VAT on this invoice. What do I do with it?
Okay. So if now keep this window open, but head back to QuickBooks a minute. Have you entered this on QuickBooks yet, Conor?
So it's in banking. It's not being matched or anything like that. So it's sitting here. Okay. I thought I created a bill just for the.
I was looking at that. Double click on the word bill there for me, if you don't mind. Yeah, and you see down the left here, matching records.
Find.
No, go over to the left. There, click on that. I'm just going to press remote control because my cursor can show up on your screen then the other time. So,
Yeah, so the first thing was the category, right? Is that the right category? If I'm buying software for use within the company.
that's the right category, yeah.
Good.
And what's now that's services, so which is fine. Sometimes people don't know whether software is a good or a service, but RCG or RCR. Now I'm going to show you something about this in a second. But you see what it does down here? It adds it on and takes it off. Okay. So save. Let me see what date's on it first. December 21. Yeah. So just save and close that a moment if you don't mind. So I just want to show you the, what it's all about. And if you click on the word VAT here on the left.
Thanks. Some software getting installed.
Okay, so now that's back in December 21 when
yes. You see, part of the problem, right? A bit more of the background is that I was using software, and you may know them, and I've really come to dislike them now. Bullet software, and I just felt it just wasn't doing its job for me, right? So this is why I went to go with QuickBooks. I kind of read a few reviews, and it was between this and something else. I can't remember, it was some Sage, I think, but QuickBooks felt like it was more suited. And then I came across your video. I watched your video, I thought it was very interesting, and here we are, right? So that video paid off for you. I presume it has already for many other reasons. But so this is the reason why there's maybe stuff that's maybe time's passed or it's too late or something. Or do we have to do something to catch up?
Yeah, we just see so. So click on prepare return there, for instance. I might be able to. It will kind of catch up itself automatically sometimes. I'll just see does it work here. I'm just looking at the screen there. No. Okay, so just X there a second, please, and and go up to this cog on the top right. No, I can press it too. There. The more you know, the easier it is on me. And we'll just go across to accountant settings. Yeah.
I've spent quite a bit of time looking around the tool, so
yeah,
I have some idea.
And just click on advanced for a moment, please. I remember sometimes what some of this stuff is, yeah. So first month of financial year, February. So let me just look around there a moment. Yeah, so you see where it says accounting in the middle of the screen there?
Accounting, chart of accounts?
Yeah, this part
yeah.
We'll just bring that back. Is that February 21 you have in mind, is it?
When did we start? So it was 2020, maybe, I think we started.
2020, okay.
I can check on this other computer the exact date. So you're going to go back in time.
Then try and bring it back.
December, wasn't it?
Yes, that was December. We'll just bring it back to December here for a moment and save that. Okay, this often will work. We'll just see now in a minute. So I might just, if you just log out and log in for a moment, Conor, it might re-trigger a couple of things there for us. And we'll click on VAT again. Might. Let me see.
No, still January.
Just on the start date there, though. Just see if we go back. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll just put in December for a moment. Okay, and
can't mark it slow.
Yeah, so actually it's beginning to work here now. So you see here.
Yes.
That's what it does. Yeah. Now I'll just tell you the importance of those things. So it has, now you didn't sell anything to that crowd, but that 1870 What it does is, if you had bought it in Ireland, what was the VAT? And then they give it back to you, so they're not charging you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Second thing, and then there's a box on the VAT return that's anyone who
Yes.
sells to you and has your VAT number,
Mm-hmm.
your name and VAT number goes on a list. And if they
Yes.
don't see these type of numbers coming through in your VAT return,
Yes.
they'll say, well, this guy's importing stuff from abroad. He's not declaring any of it. What is he up to? And at the very least, they'll write to you.
Yeah.
They may ring you, but they often call. And so it just draws attention. So you don't want that. But that's what that's about anyway. And it's they're all over that these days. Okay.
So how do I fix that then?
Well, you've done right. You're accounting for it right with the bill. So is it back? Like, did you send in a VAT return for November, December, or what happened back then?
I did, but I put it in for. I basically had. So my VAT is very. There's nothing in it. I have no VAT.
Yeah, no sales VAT. Yeah.
I have no sales VAT, and I don't buy anything much in Ireland, so therefore I have no VAT. So the only thing I was putting in was for a refund of €6.30 for the software that I was using at the time, the Bullet software.
Okay.
And I've been putting in this 630, which is what they generate on their VAT report, and uploaded it, yeah, as a refund, yeah.
Now you will be able to resubmit a VAT return. There's no problem with that. Okay.
So I could, if we fix this, then I can resubmit it, right?
Yeah, you can. There's a couple of things around this whole thing. So I see your accounts are on. There's a few things here now for a minute, and I'll just make sure I am recording, because I want to make sure, because this is important stuff for you to know again. Because when you're busy and you come back to it, say, "What the heck did he say?" It is recording there somewhere anyway. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I can see a red dot in the cloud. I presume that means.
Oh yeah, that sounds so. So you see this thing here, the accrual basis. This is the first thing. Now I saw in your account setup you have the cash basis down and the VAT on the accrual. Do you understand the difference between the two?
Yeah, and I'm happy to go with whatever you suggest. I mean, you said it depends on your business, and I think I'm happy to go either on accrual or cash basis. It depends on what you would suggest. Yeah, I think you said in your video you prefer accrual, which is fine.
I do for the accounts accrual, okay, because it'll always show who owes you money and who you owe.
Yeah.
Okay. And for VAT, it'll be the cash basis. So in other words, unless somebody is, I know it doesn't matter to a lot of your clients, unless somebody has paid you, you don't owe VAT. I know it doesn't come up a lot there anyway. Okay. But you can still claim the VAT on bills you owe, whether they're paid or not. It's the best of both worlds. Okay. So we'll actually make that change now, and I'll get you to do it. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I was looking at your sales earlier, and I saw you were selling to a crowd in Germany. So we need to have something in this E2 box as well.
Well, no, Germany was a long time ago.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it April 22 or something? No? Was it longer than that?
It was longer than that.
Was it? Oh yeah, I must have seen April 22 on something else.
And I already put in, is it the VEEDS, the kind of the return for paying VAT? And then
we'll take a look at the sales though, because some of the VAT rates seems. I just want to double check them with you. So okay, so X this for a moment yourself there, Conor, and we'll fix the VAT first. And the accounting basis. So if you click this cog up at the top right again, yeah, we'll let this happen. And up the top here in advanced, yeah, it'll open up in a moment.
Advanced, yeah.
Please, yeah. Click there. And
do you want to edit this?
Yes, please, yeah. And change accounting method to accrual.
Yeah.
And what is your year end? Is it January to December?
One sec. I think it's February. Just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Where is it on documents? Yeah, so I think we were incorporated in February, so that's when I started.
Oh yeah, incorporated in February. Okay, February 20 was it?
1 sec. I'm just opening the document here in a different window.
I had it here as well. It was.
Yeah, 10th of February 2020 is when I was incorporated.
Okay, so let me just go back into where it was. 10th of February. Okay, so we'll click the first one, the financial year again is February
Yeah.
here on the edit thing.
So where are you now?
Just up the top, same place you were.
Oh yeah, in here. Let's change that back to February, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that to February because I knew that.
Okay. I'm just reading around here a bit. That's fine there. So you can go done down the bottom. Those. And then up the top right here, if you go edit VAT.
Settings or rates?
Settings, yeah. And
this is this cash. I didn't realize this.
yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, you wouldn't realize unless someone brought you to it. So just you don't need to click this other one because that allows you to claim back VAT on bills whether they're paid or not. You know, so
which one? This one? You mean the report expenses of cash? Okay.
Yeah, so don't mind that. And you see the VAT number here. You
Mhm.
couldn't fill in your VAT number there while you're at it because it'll auto come up on invoices handy. You know, so
Hang a sec. But I have thought I've already done this for do I not put this on my template? Is
print preview, yeah.
So I'm terrible for remembering stuff. I always have to go and.
Okay, so I see up there on the top left.
Oh yeah, that's.
So just hide, yeah, copy that, and we'll.
I'm in the right place. I'm kind of forgetting.
No, you need to go into the VAT section again.
It's VAT, yes. Right. Edit VAT, edit settings.
Yeah, you might need to. Yeah, you need to click cash again the second. Yeah. So.
And do I leave this as January?
Yeah, leave that as start of the tax period. Yeah, just put February on that. So, and I'm not sure whether go February, March. We'll see in a second. Actually, no, leave it as January. Yeah, leave it as January.
Okay.
Won't confuse then. Yeah. Okay.
Save.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Okay. And just for the crack, we'll just go back to V8. Yeah, we'll go. Just click on prepare return again. There. Okay, and I'm just going to see, just because we click, can we go back before this date? And great, yeah, because that's basis should be, let me see, January. So you're the 10th of February to the 28th of February. I click 21. I know I'm taking over for a second here.
That's fine.
Let's see that this still works okay for you. Yeah. Now, I know it's all zeros there. Okay. So we'll see, like numbers will populate in this, and see it's on the cash basis now. And the important thing is when you've sent things in for this now, even if we'll see how different they are to what you sent in, or you know. But the great thing is, say we're happy with all this for everything right. If you click mark as filed, this one button down the bottom right, it cements everything that we've paid VAT on and claimed VAT on. Okay.
Inside here. Yes.
Inside here. And if you happen to find another bill that should have been in here, a purchase bill or something like that, you put it in as normal, but it'll sweep back and grab the VAT note in the next VAT return and explain.
Right, so it'll roll it forward and it'll be prior period adjustment or whatever, however it's named. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So at least if a tax crowd is saying, "Oh, you know, you should have done this," we can really explain where we
say,
wrong.
Say, okay, fair enough.
But to click that mark as filed is very important every time we're concluding. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
and then I can retrospectively go back and check each of those is filed.
Yeah.
As it was, and then What happens if when I click it here now in QuickBooks and it turns out to be different than what I actually submitted?
Yeah, well, there's two things. I'd nearly resubmit and fix them.
Resubmit.
Your records, yeah.
So I would fix it here, resubmit in the site,
Yeah.
and then keep going like that until I get to today. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So at least they say, what are you doing? They said, listen, we have a new accounting system there. It's stuff slightly in the wrong place. And I either slightly overpaid you or slightly came back, and I just want to straighten that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
And blame COVID for everything. You know, if they ask about it, say, oh, my accountant was dead. So
Sure, I would. I nearly was as well. But anyway.
So that's that on the VAT. Now, just while we're there as well, I'm going to show you, see this edit VAT area? If you click there again for me, Conor, please. And edit rates this time, the next one down. So I was researching this before today.
So I saw your video. I saw your video. I didn't even know it was there until you showed me this on your video, and I thought, oh, this is really interesting.
Yeah. So there's all these rates and all design. You know, it's always complex, but there's some here that you'll never really need. You know.
So do you want to switch them off? Can we switch them off?
Yeah.
We're not going to use them. Grant.
We can kind of switch a good few of them off now. You know. So
go for it. Tell me.
Top. You're not buying food to resale. You can knock that one off. The first one.
So is this a yes to everything? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, always yes. I mean, apart from software, do you buy any fuels or anything like that in there?
No. So let's be clear. So like I said, my business is IT. So I'll either be buying hardware, either in Ireland or England, and I can show you, that's another of my VAT questions, or I buy software from Europe, as you saw, or somewhere else. So that's really all it's going to be. You see, either computer hardware or software, really.
Okay. But then on this next one, you can knock that off. That's only for buying in fuel or cement.
What, this RCSR, yeah?
RCSR. And I'll show you where these are again in case something ever comes up to you.
Yeah, and I saw them. There's a place to reactivate them.
Yeah. And also there's an explanation written there under description, which, you know,
yeah.
Exempt is okay. That tends to be car insurance or business insurance.
Is that also is banking stuff exempt as well, like bank charges and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's exempt. Yeah.
Goods bought in Europe.
Yeah, so you might be buying as you said there, a computer or software. Is that a good or a service? I wonder. I call it a service too. So I'd leave RCG there just in case you buy something from within Europe, some piece of an iPad or something. The next one, RCGR, you can get rid of that. That's also cement and fuels. You don't sell computers or software, do you?
No. Just services.
Okay, you can knock that one off then, RCG-R. EUG, you can knock that off for goods.
Yeah, don't do goods.
Yeah, we're not moving any goods. We're not exporting, so you can knock that off.
Export for so actually goods, yeah.
Yeah, knock that off. Second RCGR, you can knock that off as well. Again, that's at the lower rate, tend to be advertising. You're not buying anything that you're reselling, so purchases standard -R, you can knock that off. You're not, well, EUS, so some of your customers might be in the EU though, I'd say, are they?
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
And
so the sales, that'll be what you'll be using. We'll have a look at them now in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. For services sold to buyers in the EU, yeah. So that's when they give us a VAT number. Second reduced, do you pay for advertising or anything like that?
No.
Go to conferences and buy a hotel?
Maybe.
Yeah, so I'll leave that one there, because so if you attend a conference, you can claim back the VAT on accommodation. You can't in other accommodation claim it back. You can put it through, you have to put it all in as a business expense. But that second reduced would tend to be fuel, advertising, or accommodation at conferences.
So second, okay, I can look at this. Second reduced is conferences, fuel,
or advertising.
Adverts, okay. Yeah. Second.
That's the same thing, but only if you're buying them from abroad. So you can knock that off. Yeah.
What happens if I have to go to Germany, for example? I'll have to go to Germany to work for a week or something, and I'll be maybe able to expense things whilst I'm there. Is that, and I would buy goods, stay for a hotel and stuff like that. Is that something I can put through here?
It is. Now with the hotel, I don't know how it works out there. If you give them a VAT number, will they knock a few quid off? I don't know. But if you can't, what I tend to do is just claim the VAT here, and if it comes up, it comes up, you know.
So you claim the VAT here.
Well, you're not meant to, they aren't meant to charge you at all. Okay. But sometimes, you know, you're dealing with a hotel, they might know what you're talking about. So,
Yeah. So they'll charge me VAT, presumably.
yeah, and just put it through here, claim it here. Yeah.
So I would just claim it as Irish paid VAT then.
Yeah. I'll show you how to do it. If and when that comes up,
Yeah.
just drop me an email and I'll show you how to do it. Yeah.
So can I do this? Sorry, this one I can't remember if I was going to switch this off because
so
what I've said.
yeah. So second reduce is fine. The
Switch
next
it off.
one, though,
Sorry, fine as in switch it off.
no, second reduce, leave it on.
Yeah, and this one, switch it off.
Yeah, knock that one off. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The 0% EU you can knock off as well. That's buying raw foodstuffs in the EU. Exempt R, you can knock that off. That would be generally selling on insurance. Exempt purchase, that you can knock that off as well. Hard to know what that even be. So RCS, we see for services. So you don't hire any subcontractors and rebuild them out.
No.
No. Then you can knock off that one as well. That's RCS. Standard rate is fine. That's for.
What about this one? The G?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can knock that off. Sorry, RCGR-R. Yeah. Resale thing.
Standard and then no.
Now just click on no VAT applicable for a second. Yeah. No VAT on sales, no VAT on purchase. Okay. There's one there missing actually, which is OOS. Oh, it's further down, yeah. So sometimes you'll run into an issue where, in my eyes, it should be OOS. But the only thing that should work is no VAT. So no VAT is to me really it's where you bought something and VAT shouldn't even come into it, but it's asking you about VAT. The idea is you're paying wages, or some guy is washing your windows there and you pay him $50 or something, you know, and there's no VAT involved because he's not doing enough business, you know. So that'd be that one. So leave it there. Reduced is your electricity bill typically.
All right.
Some fuel, so you can leave that one there as well.
13.5.
Second reduce R, knock that off. Because you're not reselling anything that you're buying. Reduced R, I can get rid of that. And then the second reduced R, I can get rid of that. A lot less now, right?
This is what I'd like to see.
Yeah, it's more manageable now. Yeah. And this one, okay, so this will be your typical sales to the UK. OOS. Sales that have nothing to do with the EU or China or anything like that. So that'll be that one. And then that last one, goods that are VAT taxable. So that's really only raw foodstuffs or fish. So you can knock 0% off as well.
Brilliant.
So that'll just
simplifies.
You know, and if ever you need one back for something, they're all there. You just click that little cog on the top.
Yeah, and
they'll all be there. Yeah. So so I might just look at your sales a second. So if you just click into the dashboard and we'll click on a or that's fine, all sales, any of those, yeah. So I'm just looking at a recent one. So Inc. Search Limited, where are they based again?
They're UK.
Okay, so we'll just click on there because I think I saw exempts down for these.
Well, that's the reason why I haven't actually. Okay, well, this is the reason for the call. I didn't know what to put in.
Okay. Yeah, so I just want to check one thing myself because I was on a technical call with these QuickBooks guys and I just want to have a look. So you can X that bit there, actually, that's the timesheet, yeah. And we'll just look at one of the sales invoices. So yeah, there's a sales invoice there at the top, 19,000 there. 2nd of May.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is actually the first one I ever used in here. So I've not submitted this as paid or anything because this is the first one I've ever did inside the system.
Now so let me see where they are. They're in London, okay.
Yeah.
So see what I'm gonna do here. So 0% is the wrong rate anyway. It's inactive now. So just go over to VAT there and put in OOS. See on the right-hand side. Yeah.
Do I need to do this for all of them?
For all the ones not in the EU. Yeah.
Yeah, so I need to do this change for OOS, this one.
Now I just want to check one thing here for you, Connor. Yeah. So if you just save and close that for a moment.
Where's save?
Just down the bottom right.
Oh yeah, save or save, not send. Yeah.
That's okay if you have an online thing. And if you click the little arrow beside save and send, it'll give you save and close as well. Not now for that. Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah. So I just close this here. Yeah, right.
I'm just going to reports for you for a moment. Just want to check with these things. And further down here is VAT. If you scroll down a little bit. Yeah. Now on that, oh yeah, you've done a few of them, yeah. This one, return of trading details report. Just click on that guy. Yeah. So February to, okay, that's good. Yeah, let me see. Exempt sales. Just if you could click into let me see which one I'm looking at here. That was 2nd of May 22, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. So if you just click into the 57,680, that's what I see there on the right. Let's see what these.
I can't click into it.
I'll click into that. Or maybe the next figure above it then. The 2880.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and just click into that one again, 1st of April. Export, okay.
And in fairness, now these are all me just trying to get this thing set up, right? So I may have been inconsistent in my VAT things.
I'm just looking at a signal there outside the EU, so maybe export is the term I should be using. So I'm just wondering about the OOS. It wasn't going to the right place, and maybe they've moved it. Just X that again, and I'll just look at the next one up. Yeah.
Can I go back?
Yeah. Maybe I will go with export yet. And 36,800. Just click into there a second.
Sorry. 26. This is February.
Yeah, the one we just did isn't showing up, is it?
No, it was in a different. What do you mean by just did? Thanks. We did 2, right?
We did the one for Broadway. They're in the Broadway.
Yeah. So here, there are the 2800. This is this here.
Okay, just click into that guy again.
Yeah, in here. But the one we did a minute ago where we went OOS was May, yeah?
It was May, but this report seems to cover May.
The 1st of May.
Oh, this is it. So due date 1st of May. Oh yeah, maybe I was looking at the wrong date. Yeah. Okay.
Because if I make that the 4th of May, I suppose it'll show up, right? Oh no, that's a different invoice. No, sorry.
Just go back into that. Click into that guy again. That looks to be the correct rate. I'm just wondering about this export rate thing. Click into export there, yeah, because we actually knocked that out a minute ago. I just want to see what it says. And just click down here, yeah.
Yeah, export doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't. Just see what OOS come up there for you. Okay, leave that one there in OOS, yeah. Save and close again. I'm just watching how they're. That's all right. I might reactivate export in a minute. I just want to see, because I was talking to these guys. They never really tell me anything back. Accrual is fine. Back to report summary. Okay, 53,900. So just go up into exempt sales there a minute, please. 36,800, yeah. disappeared off. Yeah.
It has disappeared, yeah.
So I might reactivate it. So I'll just go back into VATs though. I might just go with the export one. I'll just have another read of this export VAT code. So yeah, we go edit VAT at the top.
That's right. Rates.
Edit rates, yeah.
And then if I go here to include inactive. And then we're looking for, was it? You said export, wasn't it?
Sales outside Ireland and the EU where VAT is not withheld. Okay, we'll actually reactivate that one. And you need to go with the export, so okay.
So we'll use export then for Inc, yeah?
Yeah.
Not OOS, yeah?
Not OOS. It was OOS, but I think that is coming to the right. This RTD, you see, it was around Christmas there. We went through it with them, what we wanted in certain places. So that's fine.
Shall we go back to reports then?
Yeah.
And go down to that. Sorry, the cat wants to make an appearance.
Yeah, they'll be at the top though, yeah.
This one here?
Please.
Cool.
Okay, and there's a couple of things here. This form for the revenue, there's those terms on the left there, E3, D4,
yep.
Z1. There's a place for them in this RTD. Okay. If ever you have to fill it out. So if you look at the form, it's kind of daunting, but actually it'll give you the place.
The numbers
here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's all that's about. So for your Inc crowd, yeah, exports is the term to use.
Okay.
But if it's someone in the EU, it's EUS.
Okay, so for the other example I've got, which I had to go back and retrospectively done, so that was Infosys. So if I go and look at Infosys now, I'll just show you they were another customer I had. They were based in Munich, right? So this lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I wasn't sure what VAT was on them, but the thing is, because they were, I never charged them VAT because they were German crowd, right? So what should I have done for them? Yeah, so for them it should be EUS, and so should we just a different box down a second? Yeah. Should we just check one to make sure? I thought I did it. Maybe I didn't do it. I written exempt. Yeah, so that's just that is the wrong code. That's if we're selling banking services or something. The EUS is sales within the EU at 0%. Yeah. Okay, so if I go and fix all of them, I can do that myself. That's fine. So EUS is for my Infosys thing, and then export is for Inc. Fine, I can do that later. I can fix all of them up. That's grand, right? Okay. And you'll see on your VAT return that boxes like E1 will start to have numbers in it now, and fill that in on the revised VAT return. Yeah. And then they'll fill in, and they will then equate to those fields that I will see on the VAT return, obviously. Yeah. Okay. So VAT. Okay. We're still on VAT. This could be an hour and a half just talking about VAT. Anyway, so from an invoicing perspective and the VAT codes we've simplified, I get it, and that's great. And we've kind of done all that. And I can potentially go back and work out if I can resubmit my VAT returns and make adjustments if needed. And I'll go through QuickBooks and incrementally do each one, right? Yeah. However, I have some other questions. So parallels we've done. I have another example of where I bought some equipment from Dell in UK. Okay. Banking. And I've got an example of something, and I don't know what to do with it in VAT. Oh, it's gone. Not Inc. Why is it always the way when you can? Ah, here, the cursor was on it. This one here, right? Okay. Dell. Bought a computer, right? Yeah. And again, I've not categorized this, so I just don't know what to do with it. What should I have done with this? Well, the first thing is the bill needs to go in here. Okay. So I need to create a bill, right? Yeah. Based on your video, yeah? Yeah. And exactly, yeah. Definitely put in the bill, and then the money going out is looking for it. Now, there's a second thing that'll happen. I don't think it was done earlier. Can you click into that 8129
Bill we looked at earlier, parallels or bullet, whatever. That
Parallels, yeah.
no, further down, the middle one there.
Here,
It's got
in here.
dash on.
Bill.
Yeah. Click into Bill again for me, please. And draw this up. Now, for an easy life, you know, remember the way you have to look for it. You see on the left-hand side here where it says attachments.
Yes.
Okay, if you click into that, just click in there. Yeah, there's no attachments there. So no, just click into the middle of the box.
Oh, sorry.
And go to where you had that bill saved.
Ah, yeah, I see what you're saying. I need to find the damn thing. 1 second.
Yeah, actually, I think you've you were still open that folder, so you can actually drag it in there actually as well.
I had it open as a.
Yeah,
I had it as an email, didn't I?
One of those.
It's like cancel. It was an email.
So that's it, and you can actually. Yeah, so if we close that and just go into the folder and drag it into the box. Yeah,
I tried to, and it wasn't having it.
You can just drag it from there straight over. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, done.
So that's a great habit to get into. It saves. You can stash them around your C drive if you like, but if they're on there, at least you're not looking to see was the VAT right, what this is. You know, that's it.
Okay, I can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So I would have to create a new bill now. Oh.
Save that, yeah.
So I'd create a new bill for the Dell thing, right? Yeah. So let's do that now, because what I want to know is how to deal with the VAT on that.
Okay, so go plus new is the handiest. I find that plus new is the quickest.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Quite new bill.
Straight in there, and
and so should I create Dell as a supplier? Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Or it'll automatically create Dell, and I can put in the details later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Currency would be GBP.
Okay.
Save, and I have actually got the bill somewhere else, but for now, just for sake of quickness, we can.
Okay. Is there VAT on this bill or not?
So is there VAT on the bill? Well, there's English VAT. That's the problem, right?
All right.
1 second. Oh, there it is, parallels. Scans, sheets. How did I put this? This one is nuts. I had it a minute ago. Just give me 2 secs. I can find it over on this computer. I'll find it much quicker. Don't ask me why it's quicker on 2 different computers. Oh, I know why. Right. Oh yeah, where I put it now. Risk calculator. Right. So this is the invoice from Dell, right?
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, at the time, I didn't put in the company name because I figured because it was an Irish company. Is that going to make a difference, or does it matter?
It just would have meant they wouldn't have charged the VAT down the bottom. Okay.
They wouldn't have. Ah. Okay.
Yeah. So save yourself. Now, technically, if a VAT person was sitting here, they'd say you can't get that VAT back. You have to write English crowd and get it back, right? But I tend to claim it back anyway. And if they catch it, we'll deal with it at the time. All right. So there might be, oh, we owe us this and that, but heck with it. So it's kind of a funny way of dealing with these. So you put in the total anyway. Just think for a minute.
Hang a sec. So if we have, here's the bill, right? And for now, if I do that,
yeah,
to follow up on your.
Now you put that into the memo. Just put it into the attachment side.
I did that twice now, haven't I?
Sitting there is awful handy. Yeah. So
okay. So that's done now. So at least we know that's there.
And the total was 1306.80
pounds.
Pounds, yeah.
So do I put in here category as office equipment? Is that right?
So I think the very first thing is have the date of the bill the same, because it'll go to the right place in your accounts date wise. No, that's the 5th of the 12th, 21. Okay, all the rest is grand.
Bill number, does that matter?
I don't worry about it when the attachment is below, you know.
Okay,
so,
good. Yeah. Category.
Category, just type in equipment. There's often property, plant, and equipment there.
So I said office equipment is what I'd used before, or do I do a?
No, that's fine. Office equipment is fine. Yeah.
Office expenses. Sorry, is it better to be equipment? Am I better off having something more?
Yeah, no, there's property, plant, and equipment, and we can rename it in a moment. So if you put it in there for now. So now that's going to put it into the balance sheet because it'll last for more than 1 year.
It's an asset, right? Yeah.
That's why it goes there. So if you want to write something there, it's no harm. It can be a shortcut to say new Dell computer or something. Yeah. Come up on other reports, you click in and say, what the heck did I buy? And it's kind of, you've told yourself, yeah. So, yeah.
Where did we say the numbers was here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the total was 13 amount in GBP, right? So I put in here 1306.80.
Yeah.
The VAT now.
Let's look for the code, the VAT rate. So put in standard for there at the moment. Okay, now you see where it says VAT at 23%. If you go into there and change that to 217.80. Actually type over it. That's the only way. Yeah, that'll do it. Let me see now how we are doing here. So do you see where you've got now the little change here? You see where it says amount GBP beside the word standard? Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, 1,000. That should be 1,089 there for you. That's the exclusive amount.
So I'm confused now. 1,000 and what?
Yeah. So the amounts here, you see, I'll use my cursor for you. So you see here it says amounts are exclusive of that tax.
Yep.
Now if you click on there, you can have inclusive, no problem. But so we were inclusive. So you either go inclusive and put in your inclusive of that there. So type it in 11306.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So depending on which way we go, what way would you go? Just to so I'm consistent.
I'd go the way you had it at the start, exclusive, you know, but
that's fine.
The times then where people give you a bill and it's like 100 quid including VAT. So then you'd use inclusive and let it work out the VAT on here for you.
So I could do this, for example. And then that's good, right?
That's perfect, yeah. So your total there, GBP
is 130, which is correct.
Yeah. Now, perhaps you paid more or less than that. Almost certainly you did when you're out at the bank. So what you have to do with that is up here on the left is fiddle with the rate until it matches what went out of the bank.
So let me tell you what the actual number was when it came through. I've got another window for Dell. Right, so the number came in at 1550.35 is what it came in as euros. 15, where do I 15? So it's 1550, so 1,550 and 35 cents.
Okay, so I have that here. So I've just plugged into my calculator, and I'm going to divide that by 1306.80. So the rate we got up here on the left. So that's the spot rate.
Oh yes.
At the time, right?
What's the actual rate now is? Oh, so actually it's in the transaction here, isn't it?
Was it in there? Yeah. Okay.
Hang on a second, let me just check. I thought I saw it. Maybe I'm just thinking something different. So if I click it, it's in the. Yeah. So the rates I got given is as the inverse rate. It was 0.848929, but that's the inverse, right?
The invoice. So inverse rate. So I'm just going to type over this rate for you there, right?
Go for it.
186,371. We see, does that work out? It's often a penny out here. Oh, dead on. 1550.35.
This transaction only.
Yeah, this transaction only. Yeah, man. Okay, and that's how you do that, those. So that's a little bit of kind of manual stuff, but you know, anyway, no other way out of it. So just have a look at your bank now and see that does it match up, because that went out of your bank, didn't it?
Yeah. And we're happy with this. Normally I would say I was with a company and they wouldn't charge my VAT, but would they not look for an English company, or would they just not really look either?
Sorry, would who not look for an English company?
So you said right at the beginning, if I'd said I was from a company, then Dell wouldn't have charged me VAT, right?
Yeah.
But should they have checked that I was an English company, or does it actually not matter?
They probably presumed from your
You're
accent
English.
and all that you're English. You know, you're one of the lads. And
From my accent, I've been here too long.
So
okay, but anyway, this is, so long as this is kind of reasonably okay as a mechanism, I'm fine with it. So anyway, back to the bills here.
Okay, so that's coming. That's still there. All right. So just
can I refresh? Maybe if I do this F5 thing?
You might have to log out and log in again.
If not,
sometimes it will nab it straight away, and sometimes it won't, and sometimes it won't at all. It'll do something else. So we'll just see. Yeah. Down a little bit. Didn't grab it there. If you just log out and log in a sec, let's see, does it cop it? I see one thing there that's might be messing up for you. I'll just have a look at it in a moment. So most of these solutions I'm giving you should be long-term solutions as well. So
yeah,
but they won't keep coming up to you now. I think I have one that might be like that. So yeah, we'll click into the 24 to review there on the right.
Oh,
yeah, it's okay. You're coming in here. You kind of find your own way around these things. And it may not. Yeah, so it didn't cop it there. Now I think the reason it didn't cop it is, you see the standard rate here. Okay. It's, let me just go to the very top for a moment. Have a look. So yeah, so somewhere I'm kind of guessing a little bit under accounting and the chart of accounts, like your map of your accounts, it may have been told, yes, so you see these tax rates. I don't fill these out all the time, okay? But what's saying, yeah, that one, what happens is it's telling us what rate to claim before you get to it, okay? What's going on here? So a couple that we shouldn't bother with. This RCS.
Don't bother with that.
Don't bother with that. The standard shouldn't be on there either. Okay, even though it's bills.
And I need to explain to you as well about my English bank account, which is complicating things probably. Okay. Well, see here, uncategorized income. See on the next page, uncategorized expenses. It's probably standard. That's yeah, there. So that now could be thrown off why it's not matching up there. Could be, I'm not saying. So I'm just gonna take this off here. You see, can I just take it off? Just backspace it or something.
Just blank it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really for all of those, I would blank space them, okay? Because it'll just, there might be the odd thing you're buying, there's no VAT in it, and it'll overrule what you've done and claim VAT. And you'll be saying, what the heck is going on here, you know? So, and that's the reason. I'm just going to click up to dashboard, and we'll just, may have matched up this time. No, it didn't. Okay, well, it's got a better chance anyway.
Can we manually match it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering is the fact we can manually match it. Fine match. Yeah, if just have a go at that there. Yeah. Oh, sorry, did I click the wrong one? Del Pro, yeah.
That's
So,
wrong. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
well, this is the 1550, but we're looking for the Dell. So just type here Dell.
But that was Dell.
That was it, or was that parallel or something?
No, it says at the top, see VDP, Dell Pro. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was the
Sorry.
payment, but it didn't bring up the bill for me.
Yeah.
I have another crack at it.
There.
Uncategorized.
Fine match.
Find match. Let me just see what's here. I'll just change that to check. This for some reason make a difference as well. So it's got a bill, but it's got the parallel bill there. But because we haven't matched it yet.
Hmm.
What date was on that bill?
I just take the control for a sec. It's just over here. We said it was the 5th of December.
12. Oh yeah, it's in this. It's in this. Still not coming up there now. Foreign currency.
There.
There she is. Yeah, that was the one. Home and foreign.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can click on that radio button then, I presume.
You click on that and.
No, here, this thing here. I presume you click on that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That lad there.
Yeah, and save there in the bottom right. That's perfect now. And so that's offset. It's gone from there now. It's into the accounts. That's offset the payment against the invoice. And
Okay.
and if you click on plus new on the left, I'm just going to prove that to you. Okay, and click on the word bill. Yeah. Now a blank bill will come up here, which is fine. And on the top left, there's a little clock. You see beside the word bill, and this will show you the most recent bills you've entered. And just click on, yeah. So a couple of changes here. It's now marked as paid on the top right.
Yeah.
And you see where it says one payment made.
Yes.
If you click on that, it'll bring you right back to the actual transaction that went through. So that's actually what went through your bank account. And on the top left there is matched online, one online bank match. And if you click on that, it'll show up.
I love the way it's all very circular. You can follow the links and you can
Yeah.
follow yourself around. That's great. You can end up getting lost a little bit, but
so there's a little bit of quirkiness though with those foreign currency ones. Like they'll always put in a currency, and then when it goes through, you've got to twiddle with it to make it match. But you'll find it will match a lot of the time anyway. It didn't that time, but you won't have to twiddle all the time, yeah.
Okay, so good. So that's the UK VAT example done. Just at the time. So very quickly, I've got QuickBooks. I've just bought the annual subscription for them. What VAT rate do they have?
23%.
Okay, so QuickBooks, 23%. I should enter it as a bill?
Yeah.
And enter as a bill, yeah? And I'll do the same for all of this bullet stuff as well, yeah? I'll enter them as bills, yeah?
Yeah.
What about bank charges in Ireland?
Yeah, I don't bother with bills for them. They're kind of taken, and we all kind of accept them. They're VAT exempt for every time. And there's a caption in your chart of accounts, bank service charges. Just put them in there. Now, if there's one here handy, I'd nearly set up a little rule.
So for what, bank charges?
Yeah. One handy there.
We can go back and unreconcile one if you want.
Actually, you could just find one in the bank account. Yeah, go into the bank register.
Sorry, you mean categorized, right?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
So here we got bank charges.
Yeah, click on that guy.
This here, hyperlink, yeah. So exempt, is that the right one here?
No, because they're not for resale. It's just the word exempt. Yeah.
So I put in the wrong chat. So they should be bank charges. VAT is exempt.
Yeah. Or mean you're selling them on, but you're not. So.
Okay. So that should be.
Yeah.
Like that.
So just save, but don't save and close for a second. Okay. Now on the top left where it says online banking match, you might just go back up to that. Have a look at that. So is that an AIB bank charge? Yeah, is that what it says?
Yeah, it's a payment charge. Yeah.
Payment fee. So we just see payment. Yeah, if you just highlight the words payment, does it always say payment fee 05 or something like that, or is that other payment?
Let me just. I've got two screens here. I can tell you what it always says. It will. Are you looking to pattern match it or something? Are you?
Yeah, to give it a rule.
So the rule would have to say something like.
I kind of see in the memo what it says here
So
anyway.
it's PYMT fee is what is always there.
Okay.
Some of
So we'll set up
can be more and some of them can be less. So the 05, so payments fee, this string, and can I get in here?
Yeah, so highlight,
so
just copy those words, payment fee.
That's what is the €15 all the time. So that string there is the unique string.
So just right click that and copy it.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you can come out of this, save and close.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fine on the screen. Up the top there where it says rules, you see the words banking and then rules right beside it. Further up to the right. Yeah. That's it.
Come on.
So this could be a handy place.
Right, rules.
My bill as well, actually, didn't fatten that. Yeah, new rules. So this is handy. Now, it'll suggest rules if you don't think to do it. So just type in bank fees there. So any money out of all accounts that contains, you see it's easy read this, yeah, and just put in, just right click and paste, yeah. So we want to put that, it's expenses fine, category bank service charges, bank charges, yeah, you have it there. VAT exempt. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
And then automatically confirm. So just tick that, it'll go straight through. So you, otherwise it'll put it into the categories and wait for you to go. Oh,
it says here, this isn't available in foreign currency. So do I have to change it to be just my Euro account? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is payment fees going out of the Euro account? Yeah. No.
Yeah. This is. I've got different fees coming out of the English account, but we'll come to that in a minute. But the string I gave you is only for the AIB Irish account. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine like that then. Yeah. Yeah.
So I save that now.
Yeah. And next time one of them goes out, it'll automatically put it into bank fees.
And will it automatically then categorize it and reckons? Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't be sitting in that to be reviewed section at all. It'll have gone through. Yeah.
Next question then is bank charges for England. I apply the same logic, yeah, make it exempt.
Same logic, yeah. Also VAT exempt anyway, so there's no issue there.
Okay.
Now, that AIB bank account, Conor, is that in Ireland?
Yes.
Australia? It is in Ireland. Okay, that's fine.
So I have two accounts. I've got an AIB. They're both AIB, but one of them is an English denominated account. So it's a GBP account, but it's in England, if you see what I mean.
Okay.
But it's still AIB.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
So different sort code, different account and all that. It's just if I ever need to get paid in pounds, it's sometimes easier to have a pound account. Because depending on where I'm working, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's most of my VAT questions. There was one thing we were going to do. We were going to rename the chart of account thing for the office equipment, remember?
Yeah, no, I have it here written down. So if you go to chart of accounts there.
I can't see it for the love of money. Where is it on?
If you go down to accounting.
Yes.
And then it pops up, yeah. And it might just be at the top. If not, you can do a search. Now, some of these, again, aren't needed, but we'll change this one first. And my advice is always call stuff simple English for yourself, you know, save, I wonder what's in that. So if you type in equipment there, EQ, it'll begin to jump up.
What do we use? This one here, property, plant and equipment, yeah?
Yeah, and just go over to the right-hand side, yeah, and edit it. Keep going to the arrow. And just call that office equipment. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to bother to change anything else. Yeah. I'll show you where that ends up. If you click on, well, you can change anything, and we'll come back here in a moment. But if you go into reports again for a moment, and yeah,
Come on.
done that. And the ones at the top, see balance sheet you have there. Just click on balance sheet, which is a comparison between what you own and owe. And office equipment is there now, long-term assets. You see it?
Yes.
And if you click into that 1291, you know what's going to be in there now is your Dell stuff.
Does it do any kind of depreciation or not? Is it gonna
You can set it up to do a journal for depreciation, but it doesn't automatically do it now. No.
We'll worry about that later. Grant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it
I'm
doesn't
just
need
mindful.
to widen the dates to your actual bill, you know. So
I'm a bit mindful of time. I mean,
yeah, I have one thing I want to bring up with you too. Come to the top as well while you're here.
Mhm.
I'll just give you little tips here. You see where it says customize on the top right
Of where? Sorry.
of this screen? There's customize on the top right. Two things here that are worth doing. I think directing, yeah. So do you see the one there that says number format and without sense?
Number format. Yes, here. Number format.
One,
Yeah.
without sense. That one could be good. And so just run that report.
Oh, yeah. It's much better.
Okay. Just easier. Now, if you go up further to the top again, go save customization. Okay, and just save that there. And it'll come up like that all the time now. It's just a cleaner thing to look at, like, you know. So.
Yeah, I prefer that too. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, you wanted to.
So I've got a couple more things, and I fear that I'm going to run out of time. But I have another transaction, right? I paid corporation tax, yeah. So worked it out, did it. But how do I, like here, this revenue that I paid the revenue, yeah?
Yeah.
How do I count that? Now I think I've tried it. I just want to make sure I did the right thing, yeah?
Yeah, so just click into it for me. I see where it's going. I see there's an expense there, revenue service. Click into that for me on the left. So this seems to be in ahead of schedule, so I want to just follow it in. Okay, so where that goes, let me just click here and just have a look. Let's see what's on there. Yeah, technically it's okay, but I'll just move corporation tax. Just overwrite that and write the word paid there.
Yeah.
This is a new account, yeah.
So add new, yeah.
Add new, yeah. Now let me just have a look here myself. Let's go down to other expenses. I'll put it there. Other expenses, fine. Save and close. Now where this was.
There's no VAT again, so that should have a VAT in there.
Yeah, or else out of scope will work fine for that.
Because out of scope would work. And I put in this again. I saw this on the internet. I just put in the year of account in the description. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine. So where that shows the reality, then it'll come out of your pre-tax profits, right? So I'll just profit and loss. Okay, I'll just go all here for a minute. See it overall. There's the corporation tax paid there. Okay.
Okay. So that comes out as another expense, effectively. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're left with what's down here. This is on an overall basis, but it's the same point in it. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
And there's one transaction because what you've done wasn't that wrong or anything, but it meant we have to go in and say, oh, we owe this tax and now it's paid. So we've just cut out one of the.
But if I keep doing what we've just done, now I can follow along and go back and look at that. That should work fine, right?
Yeah.
Next thing, my chart of accounts. Yeah, the one thing I have noticed is that, and maybe this worked okay for because I've got a pound account. I just wanted to make sure this the APAR stuff was all set up correctly for my GBP. I did this here. I presume now you're going to tell me, and I'll do it now before you tell me to do it, is to remove that. And let's just save that. So I set up an accounts payable in pounds and copied the euro one because I found that was the only way to get it to work. Is that fine?
That's fine. Yeah. That's completely fine. Yeah.
Okay. And then the next question was to do with customers and services. Customers. I've set up, this is just me as a dummy, right? That's fine. But I'm presuming that I've set this up fine. It looks like I've set it up fine. I've got the name, the address, got the VAT numbers and all that kind of stuff. I think actually that's a non-question actually.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. Either that
Services was my next thing. So I have this idea of accounts, yes? So these two were just from the before. I can delete them in a minute, right?
Yeah.
I have various customers, yeah, and different rates for different things that I had to do. Is this fine? I just got their professional services and they're a service. Is that fine?
It is. And over on the left where you have EN, those codes, do they mean something?
They're company names, yeah. So this is a German energy company, Mondelez International, E.ON is an energy company in the UK. These are people I worked for.
Yeah, so you don't need it to be a particular service per customer. One service will do. So if you had got rid of, say, the first three there and just went with the fourth, you can put that on. They'll never see this.
They're all different rates, though. That's the problem. If you see, they're all different rates.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah, okay.
So I see what you're saying. If I had a professional service fee that was a flat fee for everyone, then I get you. Yeah, I could do it that way, right?
Yeah. No, you're fine with that. There is one thing I did notice though. So I was on here earlier. I'm going to click on the word edit. It's where it's ending up. So,
yeah, go on.
you have at least one of them right and at least one of them wrong. So that one is ending up in consultants. Let me see where it's ending up. Yeah. So the income account it should be ending up in is sales. Okay. So if you're doing an invoice for this crowd and it's ending up in the bank, but it's not in the sales at all. But there's another one I looked at and it was in the correct place. That one is in the correct place. Here should always be sales. I didn't get down to the other two because I have it down here to check
sales.
Yeah. So I didn't correct the first one, but I'll let you do that. Yeah.
And so just while we're there, let's just look at the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
fine,
I did all those. It's just this fellow was wrong.
And you see, okay, you've done it. There was an option there. Let's click into it again, but it might be gone. Yeah, so there was an option there to update all historical transactions. So it would have moved them from where they were back to where they are. So just go back on the here again. And I'll just put it into cost of sales. You see here it jumps up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to save and close.
I'm
going to put it back again.
So
you put in that into sales this time and then just click this guy below then.
So if I sales, is it income? Yeah.
Yeah. And click
and
that guy. Fella. Yeah. So if any of them are in the wrong place.
And tax.
That's okay. Yeah. And I wouldn't for you. I wouldn't put anything there. I mean, you can fix it anyway. When it comes up, it won't go till you say it's okay.
Well, I just zero it for now then.
Yeah. And save and close.
So and now all of those will fix it. Yeah.
You're in the right place now. Yeah.
Good. Other computer quickly. Come on. So products and services done. Right. Timesheets. This is a question for you, right? Every week I work and I put in a timesheet and it's very manual and I have to do it because that's the way they work, right? What's your thoughts about me using the timesheet functionality within this, or am I just making a rod for my own back?
No, it's great. I find it great. Yeah, I use it for years. Well, you just stopped using it this year because we're kind of more a different way of measuring, besides them all doing timesheets and me having to look at them.
But it's just me though. It's just me.
I know it's just you. It's great for keeping track of what the heck you did and who you worked on and all that,
Right. So do it then. I mean, I've seen it and it kind of makes sense. I just wanted to see if because then they can then use it to build an invoice.
Exactly.
Yeah, and because I've seen that in the past. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah. I'll do that.
And there's a report there that'll do of unbilled time. So something you've worked on, you've gone over or something, and they say, okay, I've delivered the contract when you put me off base once or twice. And we didn't agree a fee, but that's what I did. So can we talk about it? So
Perfect.
that's that one.
And then the final question, and then this is just my, for now, probably final question, is my invoices. I just wanted to say to you, have I done this last one correctly? But I think you've already answered that because you've told me I hadn't. We've now fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Might just look at the format slightly a second as well. It's not that there's anything wrong with your format, but so that looks good. And you see the way it says when you've emailed it off up here. That's
Where?
Up there. I'll just
yeah, your email sent by, yeah.
Yeah, so if it doesn't get there, if it bounces, it'll tell you as well. Okay.
Yeah.
That's important. Let me just have a look at the format a second. Printer preview. Yeah, this actually looked pretty good when I was there. So there's the VAT ID. Yeah. So okay, so the VAT now is on twice. Remember, I had you put in the VAT number.
Yes.
So we've been on there twice now. So it'll come up all the time because we've ticked, or you have, actually I'll just click over here, edit shortcut. Open up. Will it open up for me? Okay, well, that's telling me how to build it. I'll just come out there a second. Yeah, there's a place there where it just says what you want on the invoice. It'll be up here anyway for sure. And yeah, all this is good. Client contact. Change what your customers see.
And I also played around with the custom fields there. You notice I kind of did some.
Yeah, that's great stuff. The more you put on here makes it easier. I see your bank details, the VAT services. Yeah, very good. There's a lot of kind of good stuff here. So there's the VAT number, and here I'd say we've ticked. So there's your, there's items here if you want them shown.
No.
And
where's the?
There's the customer VAT number, and we're on here. It's bringing up.
Where is the VAT twice?
The VAT twice is there.
Yeah.
And it's not showing up here, but it is coming up there. So I'll just preview. Then she will show. Okay, that's taking a moment.
Well, that's doing that. So it's true to say that anything that I need to pay out, I should have a bill for, with the exception perhaps of bank charges, right?
And wages, yeah, those two. Yeah.
So bank charges and wages, don't do them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just come back to show a real invoice. Couple of things I just want to add to these are once-off things. So your VAT number is there, and it's up here as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so somewhere in the setup, it might be in the account address. I'd say it's on there. But anyway, it's on there. Yeah. So
I'll look for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing worth is reduce clutter accounting. In this chart of accounts, we've got equipment there. There's a good few of them you'll never need.
Yeah.
And like available for sale assets. The clue is over here with the 0. It's worth see stock as always for some reason in twice. Just have a look at them. I mean, you can always bring them back. They're only being made inactive.
Yeah.
Get them out of your way when you're putting in bills.
So okay, so if I think of that as my homework, I'll go away and look at. Well, I don't know which ones I'll ever use.
And just something that's outside of this as well, just the company's office. So like Company's House in England. You seem to be a bit behind on that. I don't know, are you that aware of that?
Of what? What am I behind on?
Okay, it's every year. I'll just stop sharing the screen. I'll show you mine. Okay. every year, which one is it here? Every company in Ireland has to put an abbreviated set of accounts.
Okay, have I not done that?
That's you there.
I can't see you. I can't see your
You
screen.
can't see.
Sorry.
That's right. Jeez, that's I get into the habit of that. Okay. So this is you. So what I last week I was just researching what you did and stuff like that. So yeah, help you out. So your company was formed then, and there's you would have got a letter sometime. You might have understood it, which wouldn't be unusual. Saying, so the first annual return was the 10th of August, 2020. So that went in, and all that says is 6 months after you're formed. It's only once off. You send this form in saying we're the directors, me and Patricia, and we're alive and kicking. Okay, it goes in with €20, but they also give you a date to say this one here, the next annual return, the next form that looks just like that, has to go in within 56 days of this date. Okay, so that's September, sometime in October last year. If it doesn't go in, there's a €100 fine plus €3 a day. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now I'll give you kind of a way out of it in a second, right? But at the moment, it's a real thing. And the second thing is for the next 2 years, instead of your accounts being what's called audit exempt, which is what you want to be, they have to be audited. So, and that's a few thousand each time, okay, to an audit. And I'm an auditor myself, and we all hate it, right? So you don't want to go with that. Your way out of it, though, is you bring the accounts up to date for 20. You see what the forms. You do your 2020. They're probably done anyway. 2020 accounts and 21 accounts, and you pay a solicitor somewhere between 600 or 700 and €1,000, and they go to court to say, Judge, due to COVID, we fell behind in our accounting. We had a lot of disruption. We missed our dates. Now you'll actually sign affidavit saying this. Can you please forgive us? And they say nearly all the time, yes. Okay. And then you have 30 days to file the forms for just €20, the same as that, in with the company's office. And then you always keep up to date after that. So that's very important now.
Oh, that's a real pain.
Yeah, it's a pain. And I knew, actually, I didn't pick up on it. One of the girls who I was going to delegate you to, the last day, was under some pressure, and I said, no, you know what, I prefer to skip him over to myself. Put that up with me. It's a pain. It's happened hundreds of times, right? But it's less of a pain than paying a bloody auditor $5,000 to tell you what you already know. So
okay, so I need to. Okay, I might need your help and guidance of somebody who I can use.
Yeah. So have you a solicitor locally there for a start?
No.
Okay. There's a girl we use down in Cork. She's from here though, and they can be from anywhere. You know, I've used them in Dublin, but the key thing is they moved temporarily the registered office of this company, which is your house there, to beside them, okay, to their office normally, and then they can get a court in beside them, and they just walk over and get it done. Okay, that's what goes on. Because otherwise, it has to be in County Louth, and you're paying a solicitor to come whatever amount of miles.
Right.
So that's why I asked you.
So could you do us a favor and send me the name of that person you used, and then I can explain to them what I need them to do, and then we can get it done,
Yeah, I'll do that. Her name is Therese Thornton, and she's doing 3 or 4 for us at the moment. They've kind of come to our attention like this normally, you know. So so I'll do that, and the last time we paid, I think, was 500 for her and a couple of hundred for court fees. But at least it's resolved, and you're in the good books and all this sort of
Okay. I'm sure I haven't got any letters. But anyway.
You would have got something about ARD, but you wouldn't have understood it, and your return date.
Okay.
Yeah, most people don't have a clue, you know. So anyway, you'll know now, and you'll know it for the rest of your life. You'll be fine. So okay, that's really it's really homework. But feel free to check in with us the next month, because that 250 covers you for a month, like, you know.
Yeah, I have a couple of other questions, but maybe for another time when I process some of this about other stuff in my accounts, you know, and how I, you know, the banking stuff, right? In my thing, right? because I've Inc. Bullet, I know I can set up a bill now. The revenue services we've done, parallels we've done. I had to pay some other company fees as well, company registration. I presume that goes into the same sort of fees. Is that what sort of charge of accounts would I put that against?
Yeah, I noise that into legal and professional. Is the place
Oh,
there?
okay.
Yeah.
So
Now,
even if it,
yeah, but even if you put it into the wrong place, it's easy move it, you know. And when you
okay,
look at the profit and loss account, we'll always know if it looks right, it generally is right, you know. So
okay, and if it yeah, because it just seemed odd that it's legal and I suppose professional fees, it's company registration. Okay, yeah. That's the reason I looked at it. I kind of went, oh, I thought it was lawyery stuff. Yeah. The other thing I did and paid for, I had to pay for professional insurance and the like. Yeah.
Okay.
What that category do they go against, or should that go
There's
against?
insurance in there. Now, one of the areas,
Yes.
the three insurances in there. One is disability, one is liability, one is general. So if I was you, I'd make two of them inactive and just call one of them just straight insurance and put it all in there. And insurance is always VAT exempt.
Okay, VAT exempt. That's the question.
Yeah.
So it is liability insurance. So I'll, like you say, I'll maybe tidy up.
Yeah.
Only keep one. Yeah.
Now, if you want a tip on who to use, we use a Dublin crowd called First Ireland. They're in the Phoenix Park. They're excellent.
Okay, I've just renewed mine, but I will bear that in mind for next time.
Yeah, just worth a run by. And we found them. I've never met them, like, but me and a load of accountants found ourselves with them, and they were really good compared to who we used to use. Yeah.
It's interesting. The last couple of years I've been working, I don't think I've actually ever met anybody I've worked with now for 2 years. It's just mad.
I know you lose the ability to communicate person to person.
Well, yeah, you're only used to this kind of space. You're not used to all the peripheral stuff that may be going on and all that kind of stuff. It's
I know.
It's crazy stuff. Okay. Well, that's good to know about my that form B1 form.
Yeah. And but it's resolvable. But I've given you the solution as opposed to just giving you the problem, you know. And so I'll send you the video of this. I'll give you Therese's details, and I'll brief her about it. But you need to have the accounts up to date for each year. And
accounts in
Rusican.
In QuickBooks.
Yeah. Well,
everything
company accounts. So
right, but you mean online? Have them submitted? You mean?
We'll have them submitted to the tax one. That's one thing. But there's actually a format they have to go into the company's office in. It's a boring enough. If you pick on almost any other company, there, you just think of one here. I mean, this is public information, so I'm not giving anything away. I'm just going to think of even one of my own clients. This is just a random, but this is public information anyway. Oh, sorry, small accounts. Okay, these are going for a good while. And this will be an abbreviated set of accounts. Now you'll need, it only has a balance sheet. Okay. In this case, e-signed. It'll have something like that. They're obviously, you know, load of workers and that bigger thing. And but there's no profit and loss balance sheet. There's notes about things. But that type of format will have to go in. So you'll find, I mean, we can give you a quote when it comes to it, but if you know, if there's someone you like using up there locally, you would give them access to your QuickBooks basically. And
so here's a question to you then, which was a supplementary question to the training bit, was if I was to, I'm quite happy to do most of the stuff myself, right? In terms of accounting and books and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that perhaps is beyond me or I don't actually know about from an Irish, I have a company in England as well, right? But what would it cost me to have some of your services, not maybe a full service, but some of your services? What does it cost?
Yeah, so let me see now. It depends what you need from us. Now I can't, I'll give an idea. I can give you more than an idea. It's more, let me just see if I have it here. Yeah, so this is our pricing tool, which is in the middle of personal. So You just think. So how much a year are you turning over? Sometimes it's relevant to what the services, and I'll show you why in a second.
How much am I turning over?
Is it 100 grand, 200 grand? Don't worry too much.
Well, about 20 grand a month, maybe.
Okay, so we'll say up to between 125 and 250,000 range.
Mhm.
And I'll just give you an example now. So February 20 to just I'm just if we were doing 2020, we'd have a proposal there. So obviously limited company. So the B1 annual return, okay. Like I know in my head what that's going to cost a minute. So there'll be one of them. There'll be normal company's office fees.
Mhm.
Actually, let's just see the solicitor. I think that is actually for that thing, but it's working out. I'll knock that out because you get hurry yourself. The corporation tax return.
Yeah.
The company. Now this is where the thing comes. The turnover comes into it. We have 5 grades. So if you're online, you to me would be grade 2. These are explained online with QuickBooks. You might not be using Dext, and the banks may or may not be connected. Yeah, but you are up to date. You'd be grade 2. Grade 3 is our real price. Grade 2 is 10% off grade 3. And grade
Okay.
1 is 30% off grade 3. Okay.
What's the DXT again?
Dext. It's a way for gathering purchase bills. We program it, or you program it. So you photograph a bill with your phone, or you email it to a dedicated address, and it goes into QuickBooks, and the VAT is claimed properly.
No. Okay, so grade 2, yeah.
Yeah. So it's one, believe me, in time you'll love that. It's an English program, by the way. So just those items, I think that'd be the height. So if you need it is on the accounts, right? Get calculation. Your accounts, so that turnover, sorry, that is excluding the accounts actually. The corporation tax return will be 470, the annual return will be 90, and the CRO, which goes to them, is 20. Okay. And if you wanted us to check over the accounts and do the formats, I meant to click that, by the way. So here, grade 2, calculation, 1,505 plus VAT. So there's that one. And then now that's all your numbers there on the screen, but we actually give you a formal piece of paper to look through, and we explain it. Not just the amounts on that, but further down here we explain the grades. Now we want everyone to be grade 2 or grade 1, so we try and keep them up there. So, and this is what's going on with what we're doing. So what's this one? Limited accounts. Typical work: assure all bank account deposit and payments are reflected in the statements. Review the VAT return submitted versus the final results. RCT, that doesn't go into it for you. It's a withholding tax thing. Matching wages paid to what was submitted. Ensuring all outstanding forms are filed to avail of tax clearance, and ensure the P&L and balance sheet makes sense. So that's what we'll go on. Now any accountant can do that for you. Okay. So then further down, we talk about the corporation tax return, what's going on there. The B1. Now the B1, you could do that yourself. It's cumbersome though.
Because I filled it in last time, right? And I did do all of the fields, right? But yeah.
Did it get sent back to you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that was great. It's just cumbersome. Now we're used to cumbersomeness. I'll give you an example. We can. It's the only thing that must be an original signature on. All right. So you sending it in is fine with a check. They normally won't accept it coming in now unless you have an account set up with them, which as accountants, we have money in there all the time. But a lot of people send it, they send it back to them. There's something, but listen, you can do that yourself, And, but anyway, at least you have an idea. But if you kind of know what you're at and you have the time, so now we do a few other things, but basically the more online you are, the more visible it is, but I think the main thing I want to draw your attention to was just you need to get compliant on that, because a few people were telling me that the bank wouldn't open. Someone else had missed a date, and the bank wouldn't open an additional bank account for them there recently because they were behind. So I'd never heard of that before, because the banks can now see this stuff and they can do whatever they want to.
Okay, so
food for thought there.
If you could send me some of that, I'd be interested to see that. because in fact, because I do a lot of this in England, right? Because I also have an English company, right? And it just seems far simpler here. Even the website to do the returns was just far simpler, right?
All right.
And it seems like the Irish system, like you've just said, it just seems to have caught me out and this particular filing thing as well. So I'm wondering if there's a thing that says I need to engage you at least to do it once or twice, you know, or do get me back to being compliant.
Yeah. So the one thing that might, if you're able to do the, like you, I'm kind of giving you what you need, and you might just need to satisfy yourself personally on that, besides just listening to it first. But the one thing going forward that might suit you, we have a company secretarial service, which will keep the CRO up to date every time. All right, that's €300 flat fee per year, no VAT. And so we'd make sure that covers the 90 quid on the B1, so that's covered. And we'll just be watching the forms. There's another thing that's got to be done as well, actually, registration of beneficial ownership. So every company, there was a big push around the time you formed this company. Now you might have this done when you formed it, that the formation agent said you need to do this, and they might have charged you at that time around 150. But today it's €75 that we charge, and we just say this company is, the main man in it is Conor Barry. Okay, that's it. Now, if you don't do that, there's some fine. I forget what it is now. They haven't done them or anything yet, but they're once-off things that they want to know every company in Ireland who's the real owner. And there's thousands who haven't done it, by the way, so don't feel bad about it. You may have it done, I don't know. And this is the little tripwire in registering it. The name we put down must be the same name that matches your PPS number with the Irish taxman. Otherwise, it won't take the registration. So I have a girl, and one of the things that she does is just she makes sure of that. I don't know how she does it at this stage, but it's a pain in the neck once-off thing. So these are that company secretarial 300 quid a year. It's still more than the 75 and the 90, but these type of things each year they come up all the time. Registering a passport or something like that, you know.
So that could be an interesting service for me then. Something that just helps keep me honest, you know.
Yeah, it just say this, if it's something that we don't do, we can say this needs to be done, you know, contact A, B, or C. And that's it. And it removes, I think your wife there is the secretary, and people go into this thing kind of blindly thinking, oh, sure, that's fine. Next thing, it hasn't happened because COVID has stalled everything, but next thing they'll throw out a load of threatening letters to the company secretary saying you have committed an offence because you haven't done this registration. And it can cause a bit of worry for the weekend, you know. So
okay, so if you could send me some details about the services you offer, I think I am quite interested in that 300, the company secretary service. So I want to do that, and you know, and I think we get on. So I'm quite happy to go with you. I don't particularly need to be next to somebody else. So I'm happy to do that. So I'd like to do that. We're still recording now anyway. But so if you could send me that, and then we can then take it from there. And if we want to extend it, if I need some help to do the annual return, we can then have a chat about that then later, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, you know, our thing, the purpose of this thing anyway was the QuickBooks getting you on point. It's just that I happened to notice it was uncompliant, and this would cause what's a resolvable problem now. May not be as easily resolvable in 12 months. You know, if by then you just go, how the hell, and then someone would say you're 3,000 in late fees and you've got to be audited, you go cracked, you know. So
so there's two things to fix. Let's fix the problem, like you say, the non-compliance, and then I want to set up this company service, the secretarial service that you talk about.
Yeah, I'll send you the links. You can have a research on the small bit. There's not too much to read.
Okay.
And I'll give you a formal proposal in writing that you know where you're going, and you can cancel these things anytime. There's no 3-year contracts or anything like that. You know? So,
no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll let you go, Conor. You've enough there.
Thank you very much. I've got enough to be getting on with, I think.
Yeah, that's sound. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Cheers. Go on.